Okay, now let's listen to this. All right, as you can hear, we have our click track going, and we have our pad. And once again, the reason why we have our pad is so that you can stay in key when you're singing, and this will help you when you start adding your acoustic guitar or electric guitar, keyboard, whatever you're going to add for your main scratch track instrument. Now you'll be able to lock that in a lot better with the click track and with the atmosphere pad.
Hello and welcome to today's video where we will be discussing recording a scratch track. Okay, so you've written your song. You have a great song with a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, a bridge. You've got it all lined up. You got the sections where you need to have them. The song is dynamic. It's ready to go. It's catchy. It's pleasing to the ear. And now it's time for you to record it. Here we go. We are going to continue our journey with Music Production 101, how to record your song. So if you're ready, come on, let's go. All right, guys, on the last video, we started our journey on the topic of songwriting. So you've got your song written. Now it's time to create your scratch track. So you may be asking yourself, what is a scratch track? A scratch track in recording is a preliminary, temporary version of a musical part like a vocal or instrument, used as a guide to establish the tempo, structure, and overall arrangement of a song, which will later be replaced with a polished final recording. Essentially, it's a rough draft to help other musicians lay down their parts accurately, but not intended to be included in the final mix. Deciding your tempo. Okay, so the first thing you need to do before recording your scratch track is to make a decision on what your tempo or BPM will be. BPM stands for beats per minute. So here's my advice when it comes to deciding your tempo. Pick two songs that most closely resemble the song you're going for. You can either shoot for a tempo BPM that's similar to those songs, or you can use the same BPM as one of those songs. So you may be thinking, isn't that stealing? No, it's not. This has been a producer's trick for decades in popular music. Now, if you copy the exact beat as one of these songs, then you will be in danger of plagiarism. So don't do that. But it's perfectly fine to draw inspiration from those beats, and it's definitely okay to use the same BPM. Okay, now that you've picked your exact BPM tempo, it's time for you to create your click track. Today I will be using my favorite DAW, Pro Tools, to create my BPM. So the first thing that I did, like I just mentioned, I found a song as a reference for the tempo that I want. On today's example, I'm going with Justin Bieber's song, What Do You Mean? I like the tempo, and that's what I'm gonna go with. Now I'm going to create my own signature beat with this tempo later. So once again, I'm not ripping the beat off, but using it as a reference. By the way, today I want to send you a free resource. If you are new to your music production and recording journey, it's time for you to get equipped. Let me send you this free resource where I'm going to send you this free audio gear guide telling you the gear that I've used the last 8 years to record music for myself and others. And also included with this is the Music Production 101 checklist that's going to tell you everything that you need to do to have a radio-worthy, high-quality recording. And listen, if you want to take it a step further, get my ebook, Music Production 101. It's basically like a cheat guide for how to have a professional recording, radio-worthy, ready to go. Get it today. Calculating the tempo. Now, let's calculate the tempo. So I looked up Justin Bieber's song, What Do You Mean? And it says it has a tempo of 125. By the way, not everything you see online is 100% correct with this, but most of the time it is. And I found this online. Now, to make the click track the way I want to, I'm going to double that number. It says 125, so I'm going to multiply it by 2, making it 250. This way, it will double time the click track and be easier for me or the drummer I use to record to it.
Okay, so I have opened up my Pro Tools session, and now I'm about to create a click track. I'm going with the Justin Bieber What Do You Mean BPM, which was 125. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to come to this window right here, and I'm going to type in So we said 125, so I'm going to multiply that by 2. 125 times 2 is 250. All right, so right here in this window, I've clicked 250. It is 4/4 time. So now I'm going to go to track, create click track. All right, so you can see right here, it's pulled that up.
I hope you're not bored. Stay with me. Let's keep moving.
I'm going to make that jumbo, and now we're going to let you hear it. We're going to play it, and you'll be able to hear what it sounds like. So we said that the what do you mean BPM tempo was 125. So let's go to that real quick. If you just go with what you see online, usually it's going to be a half. Let me play this click track at 125. Usually I don't like it because the frequency of the tempo, the consistency is half the time. And so usually that's why I like to multiply it by 2. And now when I play it, it's a lot easier for the drummer to follow, the drummer that's recording on your song, or if you're recording drums, anybody that records on your song, it's going to be a lot easier for them to lock into the rhythm if you will just multiply that BPM times 2. Okay, another thing we're going to do, I want to add a pad. This song that I'm working on is in the key of A. So I want to add, I'm going to go to one of my hard drives and pull up a pad. And what I mean by this, I want to pull up an atmosphere pad that's in the key of the song I'm doing just to help me stay on key. So let's see here. I'm going to go down here to look for the key of A. All right, key of A. And I'm just going to drag this into my session. All right. Okay, now let's listen to this. All right, as you can hear, we have our click track going, and we have our pad. And once again, the reason why we have our pad is so that you can stay in key when you're singing, and this will help you when you start adding your acoustic guitar or electric guitar, keyboard, whatever you're going to add for your main scratch track instrument. Now you'll be able to lock that in a lot better with the click track and with the atmosphere pad.
Yeah, that works nice. Now it'll be easier for me and other musicians working on the song to dial into the rhythm. Okay, we've got our click track ready for recording, but we'll tackle the rest of this in our next video. All right, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned something. I hope you were educated. I hope you had a good time. And now I want you to have a great day.